My name is Andreas Hartl. I am a diamond appraiser and diamond dealer in Vienna. I have been dealing with the subject of diamonds very intensively since 1982. I did my diploma in 1983 in Germany at the German Geological Society, and since then the subject of diamonds has been following me. I was then self-employed with a jewelry store in Kappringen in Zellensee in Western Austria. Then later went to Vienna, then worked for several years in the Dorotheum as an expert in the department of auctions for watches and jewels. Through my work at the Dorotheum, I saw every day which stones are good for long-term value protection and which are not so good. At that time, I was only concerned with stones of the highest quality. As a tradable product, the round-cut form of the brilliant clearly prevailed. In the course of this work, we then also introduced our own standards, the so-called AHA standards, to document that we deal exclusively with the truly most beautiful stones. The most beautiful stones are measured in purity. The highest standard is EF, which means internally flawless, or even nicer, F, which stands for flawless. That's not so well known, but that's even better than EF. In the cut, we only select the stones with triple X. That's the best polish, best cut quality, the most beautiful proportions. Diamonds have always been a hedge of wealth for centuries. From the 20th century onwards, people have tried to categorize the stones, to standardize cut shapes, and simply to establish a set of rules so that you can compare these beautiful stones with each other. A premium diamond can be recognized to the amateur actually only by the certificate. The best-known institute for diamonds in general is the GIA, which is the Geological Institute of America. It exists since 1931. It is a non-profit organization. They only sell stones with this GIA certificate. We do not offer any other certificate. There are of course other reputable providers, but this is the benchmark in the industry for best performance and for the best transparency. The basic 4 C's that everyone knows is the carat, which is the weight, the color, the clarity, and the cut. Also, it is indicated the cut proportions, the individual angles, the sizes of the diameters, whether a stone has a fluorescence or none or one in different gradations. Most important in the certificate is the serial number. Every stone that is appraised by GIA gets a microscopic laser engraving into the stone. The serial number of stone and the certificate belong together, and thus it is transparent for an owner to understand what quality of stone he owns. We rely on the fact that my customers get to know me, and I want to get to know the customer as well, to see if the chemistry fits, so to speak. We look for stones with very special proportions. For example, a table size that may only be from 56% to 59% of the diameter. Other larger and smaller table sizes we simply do not offer. This has to do with the brilliance, with its radiance, which is exactly in the range that describes our exclusive standards. Second feature that we're looking for is hard and error. That just shows the craftsmanship of the cut. The better a cutter grinds the stone, the more beautiful and brilliant the stone is. We look for other special characteristics, like for example the so-called Type 2A structure. Only 1.8% of the top stones have this Type 2A crystal structure. These are rare stones that have a high stable value due to their rarity. I am regularly in Antwerp because we get the stones directly from there. And from there the stones are sent to us in Vienna or then also directly to the customer. The customer contacts me by phone, email, or via the internet, and I offer a personal conversation, an initial meeting, so that the customer gets to know me, but so that I also get to know the customer. Diamonds are a valuable investment, and therefore a great mutual trust is needed. Why are diamonds such a good investment?
Warum sind Brillanten eine so gute Wertanlage?
It has been shown that diamonds in a very high quality level in a statistic from 1960 until now have achieved a continuous increase in value of an average of 4.6% per year, with very small fluctuation margin, so very, very low, not comparable with gold or with other financial products. Our focus is to find out the very rarest of these most beautiful, highest quality grades. We manage to do that every day, and that's a very important process. We have developed a position on the exchanges that we have access to these stones, and with that, a customer can acquire this beautiful, small, rare object, and that's just an advantage over real estate over other tangible assets. The handover of such a valuable asset very simple. You just pass it on to your successor.